Right, yeah. Part 8 of the David and Bobo show. Let's go.
His number was 8.
You could talk about boring. Do you think Iraq's Twitter would be boring?
I think that's another thing to talk about on the show, is like boring things. Like boring things. And what's boring in the morning? Twitter is boring. Whose Twitter is more
Oh
boring?
yeah, the planet.
Whose Twitter do you think would be the most boring out of the people on the show?
Most boring? Iraq. I think the most interesting would be Bobo. I would, if I don't have a Twitter account, but if I had a Twitter account, the first person I'd invite on Twitter would be Bobo.
How come you think Iraq's Twitter would be so boring?
All he's gonna talk about is eating food and stuff. Eating food, probably.
You think he eats a lot?
He eats a lot of food. What do you think, Bobo?
Yeah. I think that is what it is.
Bobo hasn't said David
just
once, by the way.
Right now, there's going to be more stuff on the Twitter.
Bobo,
as
have
they
you
go
been
along.
making a lot of tweets on your Twitter, Bobo?
Well, not lately, because my uncle's damn laptop is down right now.
Do you think Iraq would talk
Wait,
about?
why do you have to use your uncle's laptop for Twitter? Why can't you use your own computer, Bobo?
My mother's computer is a piece of crap internet connection.
Do you think Iraq Twitter's about his hairstyles that he has?
No.
Do you think he's got good hairstyles?
My
He only
mother
has one
uses a
hairstyle.
dial-up connection that runs on Windows 98. She's the last person that I hear this.
What's that, Bobo? What's that, Bobo? Oh, that's the dial-up?
Stupid dial-up sound.
Oh, that's a dial-up sound. Oh, okay.
She's the freaking last person in this whole country that still has that.
Bobo, we'll definitely give a plug for your new Twitter.
have
But Bobo,
broadband.
one of the things I know about Twitter, you gotta be tweeting.
Of course.
What do you think of Iraq's
Tweet,
hairstyle?
tweet.
Because you were talking about it before.
Why do we gotta mention that? Do they want to hear about Iraq? Do they want to hear about Iraq's hairstyle out there?
Well,
Hopefully,
fans
we'll
wanna
be
hear
taking care of
about
that.
that out
Lately, I've been going on my neighbor's computer.
Your
I sent
neighbor-
them in to get them to
your neighbor lets
badmouth
you in-
people.
Lets you in their house?
Of course, he's also a friend of mine. He's also a friend of mine.
What does he say when you come in the house?
friend
Doesn't
of
he say,
mine.
"Let you in?"
No, he knows me.
Oh, okay.
He knows me, so every day, usually, sometimes I'm on the computer for like an hour or so. And
I'm on
so what are your guys' free topics?
So wait, Bobo, if you were on Twitter, what would you tweet about, Bobo?
I mentioned some
He
stuff.
starts and ends with
How's
Bobo.
everything been going? And I plug in the David and Bobo stuff.
You plug David and Bobo stuff on your Twitter account?
Yeah, I'm going to be plugging in the David and Bobo stuff. Like I'll be plugging the contest. I'll be plugging the Knish contest.
Knish contest.
yeah.
But Bobo, you need to know if this Knish contest is going to happen, you got to get in touch with the Knish Kanash, and you got to get them to agree to bring in all the Knishes and give them the time and the place and the date.
Yeah,
Do you think you can do that, Bobo?
I'm gonna be doing that over the course of the.
He says
over the course
Bobo
of the
a
week, I'm
lot.
gonna be doing that.
He
You
really
have the number
does.
of
He
Knish
really
Kanash, you be able to
does.
like set this all up. You think you can do it?
Yeah, I can call him up. I can call him up. Should I give him the phone number of this
But
place?
Bobo, we gotta plan this all out. How many contestants are there gonna be? How many Knishes are you planning on ordering? Bobo?
Knishes, he loves that word too.
Have you thought this all out yet?
I haven't thought of this. How many I'm ordering.
David's gonna run
That's-
radio
that's the
someday.
most
I
important thing
haven't
of all.
figured, I haven't
Hear
figured
his
out yet
voice.
who's gonna order these.
Not saying it's gonna be
for-
good, but he's
You're
gonna run
ordering them,
radio.
Bobo. You're ordering them. You're paying for them, aren't you? Who's paying for the Knishes?
Yeah.
Are they doing you a favor and just giving all Knishes? Who's doing this?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
I guess if you plug their Knish place, they might
Yeah, I
provide
guess-
Okay,
them.
we'll give a plug today, and we'll try to get them to sponsor the Knish. We'll try to get them to sponsor it.
We'll try to get them sponsored. I guess we'll throw in a little gift certificate to their place.
Give certificate. How awful is a Knish eating contest? It is horrid.
They're obsessed with it now.
That's all they talk about.
Are there like certain rules and like ground rules for the
They're
for the
still
contest?
talking
They
about
just gotta eat the.
This should have been a 30-second conversation. and he
Oh,
was
I
no.
know.
Forget
Say
it.
no, this
It's,
stinks.
can they eat it however they want? Can they use their hands, or are their hands allowed to be used in the
I
contest?
want to see what
Pretty much, you
conditions.
use your hands like you normally you can with your hands.
Okay, so you can do whatever you want to, however
People
you want to
want
eat it. The
more
most Knishes in 10 minutes. All
Impressions
right.
of Bobo. They think it's
Knish.
I
hilarious.
understand. And the prize is
The prize is
a free pizza from your Pizza Boy's place, right?
yeah, and a gift certificate from Knish.
And a gift certificate
What?
from
Surprises?
Knish
Yeah, because you gotta have the sponsor. Something
You gotta have a
sponsor.
So that's what a knish is. I always thought knish was like, it's a bit like a pork pie. Or, yeah, it's like a pork pie, basically. What is a Jewish knish? A classic breakfast street food. Including pizza, sweet potato, I always thought it was like a croissant. A croissant.
Sponsor.
Okay, so two prizes for the winner.
Just
Wow.
proving that anyone can do radio, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get.
I don't think we've talked enough about the Kadish contest.
All right, so we're throwing a plug. We'll talk about like the contest at the end. So we're going to talk about flight safety and the flight and flying issue. We're going to talk about Bernie Madoff.
Flight safety. What an asshole. This is the worst fucking show ever.
Yeah, Twitter's a good topic.
Yeah.
Talk about Twitters and talk about this plug for the Kanish.
Yeah,
And
you're exactly.
and try to get callers to ask callers if they want to participate in the contest.
Yeah,
We'll get very
Yeah,
interesting
we also got to
calls.
mention every caller has to throw the name in the pool. Who's gonna be?
The name in the pool for the name in the right. The name in the pool for who's going to replace me on the.
So these three in a
Actually,
pool.
it's gonna be who's gonna be the next David.
Who's going to be the next
David.
Yeah. We need as many names in the pool.
Bobo
Any
really
name
wants
you can think
David out of
that's
it.
like connected to the O&A show. Anybody you could think of that would fit the role perfect. You throw in the name and it'll be in the pool, and we'll have someone pick them. Yeah, I haven't yet figured out who's going to do the honors of picking it out though.
Folks, I'll be right
I'm
back.
thinking of letting you want to try picking out the name?
Oh yeah, if we have all the names in the pool, how are we going to decide which person out of all the people in the pool is going to win?
Well,
That's
we're
a good
gonna have
point,
someone.
Bobo. Am I just going to randomly draw a name out of
My hand hurts.
I picked wins and
No, I
who's your
think
new host?
they were going to pick the names. It depends on who's there and who wants to do this.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right.
All right, no
Patty.
problem.
No, but Bobo, I'm saying if we have like 20 names, in the pool, how are we going to decide which one?
Me, Stalker Patty.
All right, enough of that. They're still preparing for their dumb 15-minute.
Can I just say as well, in the middle of that, Stalker Patty said, Twitter's a good topic. I thought she was going to say Twitter's a good place to get topics from. No, just that Twitter's a good topic.
Show, by the way.
Wouldn't it be great?
They've
if
already
she-
prepared. They've been talking for over an hour about a 15-minute radio show.
Wouldn't it be great if Patty walked out to go to the bathroom and they just started talking about raping and killing her?
Right. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, I do believe it's finally time.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we've had a pretty good show today, but it means nothing because up next is the Dave and Bobo show featuring the whole Stalker Patty.
Me, Stalker Patty.
All right, we got to get out of here because the big radio show's next, the David and Bobo show.
Yeah.
Featuring, I can't even say starring, featuring Stalker Patty as the whole.
As the whole. See, they're building their show.
Yeah.
It started off with just two guys, and as every good program director knows,
Sure.
you need a woman in there
To keep it safe.
settle the guys down.
Keep
they
it
get
safe,
a little
keep it safe.
wild,
That
keep it
was
safe,
Jim Norton on
keep
that
things
show.
moving in a safe direction, and have that lady's point of view.
Well, you need that point of view to, bring in the ladies.
Bring in the lady listeners. It's
the
the
station.
perfect formula for a very successful radio show that we're trying to cultivate here.
Can we
with
do
David and Bobo.
Can we do a sitcom like intro maybe for these guys? So we got a nice live audience. We introduced the characters of the David and Bobo show. Yeah. Why don't they wait in the wings? Jimmy, you want to help us out with the
I
sitcom?
certainly do, Hope.
Yeah, we got to intro the players. You got David, Bobo, and Stalker Patty, and then of course the audience will give the nice round of applause and stuff.
Okay.
The
Oh,
big,
of course they
the
will.
big entrance for all the stars of the David and Bobo show.
All right, coming in first, I think should be the whole Stalker.
yes.
Wait, not yet. Not
Hey,
yet.
Patty, Jesus, Patty.
You have to wait till I say your name.
Yeah.
Now, the whole Stalker.
Oh, no. I think no, Pat. Sorry, Jim.
Jim.
I know. I just messed up your bit. I know.
That's okay.
I think we should maybe have a little something to say about each star of the David and Bobo show.
I
You
don't
might
disagree.
know her as and then we come up with some clever things.
Okay, you might recognize her as one of the way outs from the Flintstones. If you have a penis, she's never seen it. Please welcome the whole Stalker Patty.
Oh, yeah, here she comes.
There you go. Very good, Jimmy.
All right, and I guess you might recognize your next not David person. What can you say about Bobo? Other than if he spoke German, he would have shot 15 people this week. How about a nice hand for the emotionally stable Bobo?
Oh, Bobo. Look at the applause Bobo gets. Tipping his Mets hat for the crowd. They love him. They love him.
I hope the audience knows how to handle David.
Yeah.
It's got to be a bunch of...
And, you know, a guy who he's been around for a while. He hasn't made much of a splash. He went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and once people heard that, there were so many dropouts that the whole place had to close. So please mention a guy that we like who is unfortunately a monumental flop. I guess David. I feel bad about that intro.
You want a new one?
All right, you produce the show.
Wow.
Yes, good idea.
That's why someday he'll be running radio.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's this Claude just walked in the door? Oh, it's Kenny.
Hi.
Okay. Ant, you got anything on him?
On David.
A Jew!
All right, you guys ready for the David and Bobo show or what? Oh, wait, I don't have your mic on. I guess I'm not ready to talk to the players here. What up, David?
I said we're ready.
Yeah?
You did your show prep.
Yes, we certainly did.
You
went
had
well?
your meeting. How'd that go?
It went very well. Bobo had tons and tons of ideas.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you're liking
Tons
Bobo
of
now.
ideas. Bobo's the idea man, right?
Yep, that's right. Yep,
You're the
that's
idea
right.
man, and then what are you?
I'm the guy that says if I agree with these ideas and want to do these ideas or throw these ideas away.
Say ideas again.
Ideas.
That a boy.
Thing.
Always good to say it in eights.
Yeah.
So Patty,
He's the wordsmith, and he's the melody man.
what is that? What is that?
Get the fuck out!
Patty?
Ice the hole.
That's some of that wonderful, wonderful
Improv.
improvisation that I am so looking forward to hearing.
Do you understand? I could listen to Patty improv for hours.
Yes.
That's a good thing, Patty, by the way.
Yes, I love when you improv. I think you're quick on your feet. You always come out with something interesting and quirky.
Bobo? A couple words before we start the David and Bobo show officially?
Well, I am going to say that everybody that
Why would the mic be
everybody that calls in has to
Hey, give him that mic.
has to drop a name in the pool of who's going to be the next David.
Yeah, you're obsessed with getting rid of David, aren't you?
Yeah, Bobo sees David as just a weight round his neck for this. David's holding Bobo back from his radio glory because he can't not get that out of his head. I knew that was going to be what he said. Don't forget, we're kicking David out. I need a new David.
No, I'm not. I'm not obsessed with it. It's just I do know that he's an intern, and I know that at some point his internship is going to be up. So we need someone who's going to be the next David.
Yes, Bobo. We know you want to replace. Bobo wants to replace me with Rich Voss.
I think Rich Voss would make a great replacement for David.
That's one of the names I thrown in the pool already. Now I need the callers when they call in addition to whatever they're going to do when they call, they're throwing a name in a pool if they could think of someone.
All right. Do you think David's been kind of, as an intern, let's be honest, do you think David has been kind of, let's just say, dropping the ball?
He's been an interesting intern, I could say that.
Do you think that when it comes to subject matter, do you think David kind of wants to dumb it down and you want to go a little higher brow?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
He just did.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
We're just agreeing with everything Jimmy says.
I could say he sounded like a police interrogator the first show. I was just listening to it again.
Yeah, isn't that pathetic? He just was like, "Oh, Bobo, what are you doing, Bobo? Why would you say that, Bobo?
I was just
Bobo,
listening to that the whole time. It was just stuck. It was freaking stuck in my head because I was listening to this off of an iPod.
Of course it was.
So
It's amazing
it's
that
stuck in my head.
It's stuck in my head too, because I listened to it and all I heard was him saying "Bobo, Bobo."
That first show couldn't have been worse if you did George Burns impressions.
Who would do that? That would be terrible.
I think that's when you did your first.
I'll give you a good line. I'll give you a good line for your first show. Instead of Chunky Monkey, say obese primate as an ice cream flavor. People will fucking scream. They'll love it.
It really didn't do very well on stage.
I was actually listening to your first show, by the way.
Oh!
I was just.
Yes, he was.
I actually was just listening to it not that long ago.
And?
What did you think of it?
I have to admit, it was kind of weird. You seemed like you were like the happy to be there guy.
That was me. I was just happy to be there.
And the whole thing, I'm just picturing this image of you in with the big hair.
Yes.
You freaking would have won Afro Awards with that hair.
Wow, he could take some digs.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I'm amazed in that
Now
Gonna Electric Shock OJ you got. I'm
Nice.
amazed you were able to pull off the blackface gimmick.
Well, that was a while ago, and that was completely acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 20s.
Yes.
Go, Patty.
Really now? In the hole, huh?
Well, Patty.
Thanks, and drop them in the hole. Okay.
Patty, let me tell you something. Don't address yourself as the whole.
You.
Just be the whole.
Yeah,
you
stop
don't have
saying
to
you're
say
the whole.
I'm the whole.
Exactly.
And the whole says we know you're the whole.
Right.
The old dried up one, but
sure.
you're still a whole.
No problem.
All right. Why don't we
Please, old graham cracker uterus.
Must be a delicious one.
What's
No.
that, Patty? Go, what?
I like graham crackers. They're delicious.
Oh, wow. You know what? We got to step
That's-
aside.
that's
I want to
perfect.
listen to this. Get
Yes.
these guys on the table here.
Someone is sharp.
That was hilarious, wasn't it,
Why don't you
Bobo?
guys take
Yeah,
your
it was.
seats? David, I believe that's your seat.
It certainly is. Where's
Bobo?
Patty's seat?
Patty will sit over here.
Oh.
Wherever you want, young Bobo.
Jimmy, do you mind if Bobo sits in
I
your
would
seat?
be honored, Opie.
All right. Yeah, we're going to do the intro when we get up. So, all right, you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Thanks
Yeah.
to the
All right,
big
I'll see-
audience
I'll-
that probably is going to flee as soon as we leave the studio.
No.
No, they usually stay around for the David and
Lie
Bobo
down.
show.
Oh, and
Well, then,
if you guys know, if
go
you're,
lie down.
I'll be on the Jay Leno program Monday
Go
night. I
on.
won't be here, so
that's right.
hopefully our fans will watch
Son
it.
of a
Go on.
gun.
That's
Gun.
huge.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Go
son
on.
of a gun.
All right,
Go
we're
on.
Miss
getting
you,
up.
Jimmy.
I'll be watching, Jimmy.
You ready to go, David? Because this is a weird transition. We're getting up. They're going to hit your opener, and you're
Oh, we're not going to have a break in between?
hell fucking no.
No.
You only got to 11 o'clock. You got 18 minutes, 17 minutes right now.
Ah.
All right, you ready? Get your
Yep, ready.
headphones on. Let's go. We'll see you guys Monday. The David and Bobo show starts right now.
Bum, 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 da, 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 da.
Right, good. Good.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the David and Bobo show for this Friday. It's me, David. There's Bobo, and we have special guest in the room today, Stalker Patty.
Hi.
Say hello, everybody.
Hello,
Stalker
everybody.
Patty.
Right. This here is Stalker Patty. She's probably older than the Million
All right there,
Man
Bobo.
How
March.
old
yes.
am I?
You're probably older than the Million Man March.
Yes, Bobo, we got that. It's Stalker Patty. Great.
I even
Now-
remember it.
Yes, great. It's Stalker Patty. Good for you. Now, there are a bunch of topics that I did want to get into today, but we're having our show prep, and Bobo's just being hilarious and ridiculous. He's going on about Knishes, he's going on about Twitter, he's going on about replacing me. I can't take this anymore. Bobo, what's all this about Knishes and everything, Bobo?
Well, the conditions. I was thinking of doing a Knish eating contest.
Who gave you the right to do a Knish contest, Bobo?
I just thought of it.
You just thought about doing Knishes. Why? What got you onto thinking about Knishes?
Did he say a initiation contest? If Bobo said that, that's actually kind of genius.
I have no idea. Just someone thought of it. I think someone thought of it.
You
And
think that's a good idea? You think people will actually want to come in here and eat Knishes and have like a contest over that?
yeah,
I don't think that's such a good idea, Bobo.
yeah. I think it'd be a good idea.
Why? Well, what's such a good idea about it? People are just gonna be eating Knishes and see how many they can eat in 10 minutes. That's stupid.
Oh, they have pizza eating contest. I'm sure they can have a Knish eating contest, but what about the arrangements?
Knish
And,
eating.
got to call the
Knish
people up and whatever.
I don't know. I think this is a really stupid idea. Just because
No.
I'm a Jew, Bobo. Because I'm a Jew, you want to eat knishes around and for the next show?
Well, I was trying to. Yeah, that's part of it.
It is also because I'm a Jew. Is that it?
My mother thought of the joke, all right? It was my mother that thought of it, so.
Oh, yeah?
She probably likes knishes and potatoes.
Yeah, probably.
I have a good recipe for that.
For those of you guys that have no clue what we're talking about, Bobo came up with a really fabulous idea that he wants to have a contest where to see who can eat the most knishes in 10 minutes. I think this is a stupid idea, but Bobo wants to do it. So the callers can call up and voice their opinions on what they think about
Yeah,
it.
see who wants to eat knishes.
And by the way, everybody that calls in has to, if they want, they could drop in a name in the pool because we need someone to be the next David because after all he is an intern, so we need someone
He's
to be the
got
next
this
David.
obsession with David.
Yes.
I don't understand
Neither
that.
do
Why
I.
do you want to
Bobo's
get
on the-
rid of David?
Yeah, Bobo's on the
You
impression.
can't wait to replace him fast enough. My God.
That is true, Patty. Bobo has this idea that he wants to get rid of me all of a sudden because I'm an intern, I'm leaving, and I'm no good or something like that.
No, I'm not trying to get rid of you. All right, you're in the David and Bobo show as long as you're an intern.
Oh yeah.
But I do know that there's a clock and there needs to be someone that'll fill that void. when
What
the
if
time
they
comes.
decide to take him on as a paid person? What if he finds a job?
Yeah,
You
what
don't
about that?
know.
Yeah, what about the
Yeah,
what
what
about that,
if they
Bobo?
hire him?
If that happens, then that's even better.
You
If-
won't have a problem anymore.
Yeah, then I'm not going to be replaced by Rich
You won't have
Voss.
to worry
For those
about
of you that
who's
don't know,
replacing who.
Bobo wants to replace me with Rich Voss out of all people. So
I don't know. I
A
think
Jew
he
for
would
a
be
Jew.
interesting.
So one of Bobo's things today is that he wants to, when all the listeners call in, they want to voice their opinion on who they want to replace with me. I don't know about this, Bobo. I think I'm going to be and Bobo! David! And Bobo! So anyway, I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to be nice to Bobo and say if a caller calls in and they have someone that they think they want to replace with me, go ahead and amuse Bobo and drop your name in the pool.
Well, here's how it works.
Okay, you tell him, Bobo.
If David becomes a paid person here, he'll still be here, but we'll add this person to the show.
Oh, so even if I am still here, you still want to replace me? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Bobo is obsessed with Bobo's kind of become the Opie character, trying to get rid of Anthony, thinking that he's going to become a bigger star. Yeah, whereas at first Bobo was more Anthony, the funny one. But he is really into replacing David. But yeah, there was something else. Oh yeah, that Kanish eating. But he said it. When he said it, I was thinking that's a genius play on words. If he said initiation contest, or yeah, but he said Kanish eating just in Bobo language, as David said. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.